Hello and welcome to a Star Citizen channel update for February 2025. We're going to take a look at what's coming up for this month, what's to look forward to, what we're going to be covering, plans we have, all that sort of jazz. But also doing a quick sort of roundup of the more recent news and how that's affecting what's happening this month. Because we got things like Coramor happening, but we've had loads of stuff going on with 4.0.1. Firstly, the winner for the January giveaway for the Lumberyard Guardian that we were giving away is Trekkie82. Every month we give away a ship or a vehicle or something like that for Star Citizen. And for February, we are giving away a Misc Fortune, that new salvaging ship with the Lunar New Year snake and pig paints, as well as lifetime insurance and a game package. All you need to play Star Citizen and do that salvage mechanic. As part of the release of Alpha 4.0.1 as well, the Misc Fortune is flyable and now in-game. Purchase it from the RSI website if you so wish for $160 to $175, but it will be in-game in around 3 months for you to be able to buy it in in-game shops. CIG gave us that ship to give away, and that's what we're doing. We're giving it away for February. I am probably going to do a video or two specifically focusing on the Misc Fortune at some point and its gameplay, because I want to fly around the verse and do some salvaging. I quite like salvaging in game. I do like the Vulture, I do like the Fortune, and I'm lazy, so I very much like the Fortune because it's a bit more automated. Anyway, let's take a look at the Star Citizen newsletter and then elaborate a bit what's going on for the rest of this month. Star Citizen Alpha 4.0.1 is live. Jump into the verse and join the fight for Pyro. Choose between 3 factions: Citizens for Prosperity, Frontier Fighters, or Headhunters, to determine your campaign path and even your reward. So, once you join an intro mission for that Fight for Pyro set of missions with one of those factions, you are locked to that faction. So bear that in mind. You're going to be doing those factions' missions. Also, with the release of 4.0.1 and this event, the Save Stanton Chapter 1 event has stopped, and now it's Chapter 2, Fight for Pyro. This again is a limited time set of narrative missions and events, so I don't know when that's going to be ending, but you'll have quite a while to do it. Players that complete Chapter 2 will get some stuff. People that completed Chapter 1 and 2 will get even more stuff. This is things like weapons and skins, stuff like that. Launch into the Lunar New Year with our limited time event, the Red Festival. Join the celebrations with a referral bonus, community contest, arena commanders, kill collector mode, and more. So Red Festival is running until the 17th of February. There's gold and red ship skins and paints and ships for sale, stuff like that as well. You can find envelopes around the verse and take them to kiosks and get some money for them. Something that has been cancelled for that though is the free fly. CIG went, nope, 4.0.1 is too broken to run the free fly now. They originally had decided to delay it a few days basically, but now have just gone, no, we're foregoing it because we need 4.0.1 to be more playable. And in fact, let's talk about this. So 4.0.1 is live. It replaced the 3.24.3 live build and the 4.0 preview builds. And there were a ton of problems with this release. And it's like a mixture of things going on here, some of which being that some bugs weren't apparent until they were on larger scale servers with more players. Some stuff just sort of newly sprung into being a problem with the live release of the patch. Some people got weapons and components and ships sort of wiped when they weren't supposed to. A lot of players are having a very bad time, unable to play the game because they can't spawn their ships, or they can't get into the game, they can't traverse, or stuff's too fiddly when you traverse, things like that. There's quite a lot going on. Now, it's not been a great patch launch for 4.0.1, but it is better than 3.18, but for some people, not much better. At least in my opinion. This sparked a variety of forum posts asking for a statement from CIG and to get this all fixed ASAP and to sort of try to hold them account for effectively what is a pretty bad launch for the patch, including a variety of Star Citizen org leaders and content creators, but also just loads of players. CIG did respond with a lengthy post and talked about fixing and making Star Citizen as playable as possible. It's one of the main focuses of this year. There's a short-term focus on getting elevators, trams, character stowing, hangars, ship spawning, load times, missions, quantum travel, star maps, and long-term assistance, as well as general sort of server meshing stuff into the best state possible. There are tons of hotfixes that have already been deployed with the build. There's a Star Citizen hotfix central as well now. This has gone at least some way to fixing some of the issues that players had. I personally very much enjoying 4.0.1. It's addressed a load of the issues I had with the game, fixed a load of the problems I had, and I'm able for the most part to avoid a lot of the bugs, especially now with some more of these hot fixes. It is, or has been, annoying sort of having quantum travel, constantly need to be respawned and sort of turn my power on and off and point towards the destination I want to go to multiple times. Some fiddly stuff like that is really annoying. That's the sort of stuff I've been encountering, not the unable to play, unable to leave my hangar, unable to spawn ships kind of things that some other people are doing, or unable to progress the missions. Some missions have not progressed, but it's not awful. I am very much interested to know what other people's experiences of this are in the comments below. We know that Star Citizen Live is going to be looking at this week, going to be talking about playability and that focus for this year, what that means for Star Citizen, addressing 4.0.1 issues and that launch of that pack. You're going to have Benoit, Bose Shaw and Jared, potentially some other people talking about it this Friday, so very much looking forward to that. Also, throughout February, you can expect loads more hotfixes for 4.0.1, but also work on probably 4.0.2. So hotfix patches typically will mean that they don't need to increase the number count of the current patch. They don't need any client-side downloading for the most part, or very minor client-side downloading. It can all be sort of deployed out to the servers or whatever. If they need to do some client fixes or some additions to the game that require you to sort of update your game, then they'll increase the version number to 4.0.2 or whatever. That's the most likely thing to happen. And I would expect a 4.0.2 by the end of February. Also, Zin and I, we're planning to play a load more Star Citizen gameplay on the channel, making sort of videos of missions, careers, roles in-game, stuff like that. We want to do medical rescue gameplay, we want to do a load of salvage missions, we want to run the Save Stanton or the Fight for Pyro style of missions and mess around on contested zones. But we're going to be waiting until we have a nice stable 4.0.x build so we can more accurately represent the game, but also actually play it without having loads of problems, because if we're recording something and we constantly sort of have crashes, or one of us has a problem and filming together, it's much more likely that one person will have a problem at some point. That's not going to be great for what we want to show and play and do. So hopefully later this month we'll be able to do that. Also, we should see a roadmap update in the next couple of weeks, I would expect. January is when CIT sort of do all their planning, and February, early to mid-February, is when they go, bam, here's a updated roadmap. So we're going to be having CIG talk about probably Alpha 4.1, engineering, gameplay, stuff like that, making Star Citizen significantly more playable. Yeah, that next major patch we're expecting maybe by the end of March, maybe could be the end of Q2 rather than Q1 though, so we'll find out soon enough. In the next couple of weeks, we're also going to see Inside Star Citizen return, so looking forward to that. Also, we've got Star Citizen Valentine's Day, Coramor, so there's going to be around 14th of February-ish, and CIG like to sell sort of pink and purple Valentine's skins and ships at the same time, little mini event similar to the Red Festival, but for Valentine's Day. We may see the Hornet Heartseeker sold, but the Mark II version. And I believe the Hornet Heartseeker was the Super Hornet, so we may effectively see the Super Hornet Mark II go on sale around the Valentine's sale. So bear that in mind. We'll have the monthly report for the Persistent Universe in the next couple of weeks as well. The last one was released quite late, but hopefully they'll get back to releasing them in the first week or two of the month. The Squadron 42 newsletter will also be in our hands at some point. Now, the last one we had was hugely stripped back. Previously, they were effectively like monthly reports, but for Squadron 42. And the last one we had was like just a very minimal newsletter talking about the music in Squadron, some of which had been, shown off, listened off, that we heard at CitizenCon, and it's very cool, and they had like a 96-piece orchestra and stuff like that. There's some awesome stuff going on with that, but it was very minor and just focused on a single topic. Now that might be what we get from the Squadron 42 newsletters from now on until release, or at least until they're sort of ready to give us a full-on hard release date beyond at some point in 2026. Oh, I did want to talk about the newsletter that we had, the most recent run from CIG. There was a sneak peek with the caption, "The Night's Uncertainties." So this is interesting because this is like a outpost that looks to be probably on like Pyro 1 or something like that, one of the planets of Pyro. And there might be something going on here. This could be like a teaser for a new location or event or something else. I'm interested to know what you think in the comments below. Typically, these sneak peeks are like going and talking about something. Maybe it's one of the phases for Fight for Pyro. But yeah, February, I'm hoping that we have a much more playable Star Citizen live build by the end of, and I'm hoping that that comes sooner rather than later, or at least some of these hotfixes that CIG could be deploying even this week could go a long way at alleviating a lot of players' issues. We'll be covering all the news as it comes. Some other bits and bobs. There's some impersonation of me apparently on Space Tomatoes channel, and my mods found some other people or the same person impersonating me online, just spreading random misinformation and lying and stuff. So just be aware of that. If you don't see my verified YouTube account and my verified Twitch, then it's not me. This is true of the giveaway stuff as well. Occasionally people will be impersonating me or just pretending you've won something in the chat. Just be aware of that. Always be cautious. The most I will ever ask from you is like a email address to be able to send your prize to, and maybe your Star Citizen handle. I do also make the winners of giveaways and stuff like that verify themselves by replying to the winning comment, so I can just double check to make sure that they are replying to that winning comment with the account that they had used to make the original comment. If you're going to impersonate anyone, why would you choose to impersonate me? Weird. Also, I had a power cut the other day, and I'm still recovering from that. So my power was off for like a day, but having to get rid of a load of the stuff from my fridge and my freezer, it actually caused damage to my PC. But yeah, I'm lazy, and there was a load of stuff to catch up on. So yes, sorry about that. I'm going to be like pushing my stream to tomorrow and things like that as well. This is also because I kind of had the weekend off, and Zin, my editor, and her partner came down and we played couch co-op games and watched videos and stuff. We basically had a very lazy BoredGamer Christmas do. Boom! That's it for your Star Citizen channel update today. I'm really interested to know what your experiences of Alpha 4.0.1 are now. What do you think of CIG's statements and their sort of focus on, yeah, we're going to get this fixed, and playability is at the forefront of our focus for the rest of the year? Do you think that's going to be the case? Have you heard this all before from CIG? Is this just another excuse, or are you like, no, I'm actually liking the progress they're making, it's just this wasn't a great patch launch? Or are you not having any problems with 4.0.1? Is it an improvement over 4.0 for you? If you've got any specific sort of content that you would like us to make on Star Citizen, then please chuck it in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. We've got that Misc Fortune giveaway going on. What's that? You like to use your eyes for Star Citizen? How about your head? Well, you can get some really high precision head and eye tracking for use in Star Citizen and some other games as well with the Tobii eye tracker. Links below to that. It's on sale at the moment. 15% off, not to be sniffed at. We also have NordVPN. Oh, links down below for that as well. NordVPN.com/BoredGamer. Or just, yeah, click the links below. Get yourself a VPN. I very much love my VPN. Love is a strong word. Me and NordVPN haven't got that far yet. I use it. I use NordVPN and I like it. If you would like to further support the channel, there's the join button under my videos. But you can like, share, subscribe. That all massively helps as well. As does Patreon links and links below, all that sort of jazz. Thanks very much for watching. You have a great day and a fantastic February.